Welcome back. We have managed to solve the cliffs of logic and have climbed to their top. Where, according to this old lady, we wasted all that effort, because if we just got some berries from this magical nightshade bush, we would be able to fly. Of course, we still didn't really waste all the effort, even if that is true, considering the nightshade bush is at the top of the cliffs. So unless somebody brought some down, we wouldn't have been able to use them anyway. Anyway, this old woman, however, has glowing yellow eyes, so I'm kinda suspicious. Let's talk to her.
But who are you, matron?
Who cares? I mean, I am only a poor old woman who wishes you well, handsome stranger. Think of me as your grandmama, if you like.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just this once, we could trust her. I mean, I'm sure it's just a coincidence that she also has glowing yellow eyes. I mean, just because the genie has glowing yellow eyes doesn't mean that everybody we see with glowing yellow eyes is necessarily the genie.
All right. I'll try some of your berries.
Oh, goody. Eat quickly, dear boy, and I'll show you the way to the Lord and Lady of this isle.
What?
Slightly bitter, pretty one.
That's some quick-acting poison.
Tickets up next.
And then there's some land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
Wait, are you implying I'm gullible? Okay, you might be right. No, I do not trust you, lady.
Come, stranger, trust me. Think of what I'm offering you.
Yeah, you're offering me death.
The old woman has a pleasant grandmotherly face, but something about her makes Alexander uneasy.
Yeah, the fact that she's the genie.
Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude.
Really? How rude is it to ignore someone who wants to kill you?
All right then, stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Yeah, Mr. Narrator, I think you need to get with the program here. Anyway, top of the cliffs. Now that the genie / old lady is gone, we can look around some.
Alexander is standing at the top of tall cliffs. To the north is the peak of a mountain, rising to meet the clouds. To the left is an ominous set of bolted doors.
Indeed. It's quite foreboding.
Huge doors are set into the solid rock of the mountain.
According to the guidebook, besides the Cliffs of Logic, another artifact left behind by the Ancient Ones were their catacombs. So I have the feeling that maybe they lie beyond those doors.
The huge doors are locked tight. Somebody obviously wants to keep something out or something in.
Perhaps. There's the nightshade bush.
Black berries grow only at the top of the bush, as though straining towards the sun.
But they're not very healthy for us, so let's leave them alone. And it looks like there's some kind of a opening in the rock next to the bush.
There's a natural opening in the rock near the nightshade bush.
A cave! Let's check it out.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Yes. Can barely see anything.
Alexander can't see much of anything in the dark cave.
Fortunately, we have a tinderbox from the pawn shop, which shall light the way.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
Fortunately, there are no trolls in this cave. It is in fact impossible to die here. I think even if you venture in it without the tinderbox, you wouldn't die, you just wouldn't be able to progress very far. Looks like there's another hole here.
On the wall opposite the cliffs is the vague outline of another opening in the rock.
Let's check it out.
Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack.
Looks like there's a natural window here, letting in some light.
Alexander is standing in a second room of the cave. A natural window to the outside world provides a little more light here, and even helps clear the musty smell. A natural window-like opening in the rock provides a view to the outside world. A peppermint plant grows on the window's ledge.
A peppermint plant? I bet if that genie knew about that, he'd be all over it.
Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah!
That might be useful, considering the pawn shop ran out of mints. So if we ever want to use the genie's weakness for mints, this is the only way we can actually get some mints.
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave.
Nothing else in this cave, though.
Alexander can't see a thing.
I'll use the tinderbox again.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it. Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
Very good. Well, let's see. I guess this is the sacred mountain.
In the distance, Alexander can see the peak of a majestic mountain rising into the clouds.
Which is where the winged ones are supposed to live. Let's go and pay them a visit. According to the guidebook, they were kind of aloof but friendly enough. But then again, we have seen that the situation in this land has changed a lot since the guidebook was written. So we'd better be on our guard.
Look, an intruder! Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece.
Or stolen
But
property.
we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
Why isn't anybody ever happy to see us? Taking us up there.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the winged ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The oracle or the crown? But since Al-Hazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
Well, thank God for prophecies, I guess.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
Cheerful fellow.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
Well, in that case, I hope it has a different exit. Otherwise, how can we inform them if we've beaten the Minotaur? But we'll see if we can survive these catacombs in the next video.